At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome up Gary. Welcome Gary for his final speech from the final Confident Communicator, speech number 10. Yay! Here's Gary!
Wow, 8 to 10, right? 1 second. All right. Riff. I have no idea how to use that in a speech, but I do anyway. So, there you go. The big three that I see. I work in insurance. A lot of you know that. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. See it over and over. I get winded going upstairs. I search the parking lot for the closest space. All of these things are symptoms of bad habits, usually from a sedentary life. Some of us may say, well, I don't have time to work out. I'm too busy, or I'm tired when I get home from work. My favorite TV program is coming on tonight. I don't like going to the gym. I go to a gym and I don't like going to the gym sometimes. If we seriously take a look at how much time we spend doing, well, nothing, then we realize we may have a lot more free time than we think we do. Picture this. This is a recent trip to a client's house. Cigarette smoke-filled room. I don't smoke. A new kitten scurrying at your feet, walking on my keyboard. All the windows are closed. A beautiful view of the backyard. The air conditioner's on. She's 80-ish years old. A wheeled walker sitting over here. A cane. Portable facilities, if you know what that is. Insulin supplies and a tray of medications. More than one of my clients is in this situation. A life of bad diet. Oh, by the way, she had a stroke and she's still smoking. A life of bad diet, smoking, and no exercise can cause this. And as I said, I have more than one client in this situation, but the most memorable was Angela. She was in a wheelchair bound. I think she could walk, but she just had to be in the wheelchair. She was diabetic as well, insulin dependent. She smoked. She was very heavy and had a horrible diet. Now, I'm not picking on Angela. I understand that bad things happen to people sometimes in life. But most of the things that are related to our health, a lot of times we can control them. One thing I want to say about Angela is that she was only in her 30s. 30 years old. I'm 48. Forgot to say, and I'm sure the nurse will know what this is, I didn't, she uses ostomy supplies as well.
Yeah.
So, wow, it was pretty interesting. Today I'm going to talk about one thing, and that's working out. I'm not a professional athlete, wasn't a college athlete, tried to play sports in high school and all that, but I wasn't very good. In fact, I was always a little bit slower than most of the other children. And most of you heard my first speech. I was in a car accident when I was very young, so it broke my hip. I was in the hospital 188 days, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I was a little bit slower than everyone else. But all of us can do something to help maintain our health. One option, we can go to a gym. Going to the gym doesn't mean, ladies, I don't want big muscles and all this other stuff. But you can get muscles if you want to. The gym provides several benefits. A lot of them have swimming pools, racquetball courts, basketball courts, treadmills, stationary bikes, rowing machines, being around people with similar interests, and developing new relationships. For myself, I find that if I know someone's going to be at the gym waiting on me, I'm more apt to go and to work out. And you actually feel better. And I know for me, over the years, that's the one thing that's kept me going. And it's always been my big stress reliever was to go to the gym. Some other options: walking, riding a bike, playing a sport, yard work. You ever been in a yard? Yard work is hard, especially here in Florida. You will sweat. Walking a dog. anything that causes us to get up and move is definitely beneficial to our mind as well as our body. Many days I've gotten up and walked a few miles. You might say, oh, I don't have that much time. But it doesn't take that long. If you walk at a comfortable clip, you can do a couple miles actually relatively quickly, and you get to see your neighborhood from a whole different perspective. One thing I've learned about living in Florida, there is a lot of roadkill in Florida. I was amazed. My point is this: do something. We always seem to function better when we're actively engaged in life. Some of us may say, well, I don't want to go to the gym, or I don't have time to walk, or any of that stuff. Well, I got you covered. Show of hands, how many have seen the infomercials, P90X, Insanity, those things? Okay. Oh my God. P90X.
Awesome.
The hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Outside of the gymnast rings, those things are horrible. But it works if you work it. You put in a video, you can put it in your laptop, you can put it in your DVD player, and you can watch it at home, and it actually works pretty well if you work at it. Now granted, the big thing is diet as well, but it works pretty well. As I said, the bottom line is this: we have options for getting into and staying into shape, and these are just a few. And I want to show you a brief video, my battery doesn't die, about a guy who shouldn't be able to work out, but he does some things. So I may go over, but anyway, at least we'll be on a level playing field then, right? So let me get it going here. And of course, my computer is absolutely, completely frozen. Would you believe this?
Technology, isn't it great?
It's lovely.
Why don't you tell us the story, Gary?
Well, I can do that. That's a good point. The guy's name is Nick Vujicic.
Vucinic.
There you go.
He
So
goes
you've
to
heard
my
of him.
church.
He's
I
okay.
think I'm to our church.
He Northland. Okay. He is from Australia. He was born with no arms and no legs. He has like a foot. He's about this tall from the tabletop, but he recently was married. He golfs. He swims. He has a boat that he pulls. His wheelchair chases him, and you kind of see this. If you imagine a person from, well, I can't bend this, but from here, the torso is him, and he just kind of scoots along. But the guy skydives. He does all these other things. My point is this: we don't have any excuse when it comes to doing something. We all have limitations of some point, but I see it every day. Protect your health. That's the one thing that can make you miserable as you get older. Mr. Toastmaster, thank you.